Hello students, today we will study distributive property. In distributive property, we study distributivity of multiplication over addition and subtraction. For all rational numbers a, b and c, a multiplied by b plus c is equals to ab plus ac. That means if we multiply a with the sum of b and c, we will distribute this multiplication with b and c individually over addition. Similarly, we can distribute the multiplication of a with b and c in case of subtraction also. Likewise, this property of distributivity can be taken as the property of taking common when we study it from left hand side to right hand side. Right hand side to left hand side. So on the right hand side we have AB plus AC. As we observe that we have A in both the expressions, so we take A as common, and if A is common then B plus C will be in brackets. Similarly, in case of AB minus AC, A is coming in both the terms, so A can be taken as common and the remaining comes in the bracket. Now let us solve some examples. For example, to solve the question that is given on the screen, minus 3 by 4 multiplied by sum of 2 by 3 and minus 5 by 6. One can do it by traditional way, that is solving what's inside the bracket first and then multiplying the answer with minus 3 by 4. So we will do it first by traditional way and then we will apply distributive property so that we can observe that how easy it becomes by using distributive property. So we will first solve what's inside the bracket. We have 2 by 3 added to minus 5 by 6. So LCM of 3 and 6 is 6. We have 4 added to minus 5, which is 4 minus 5, which gives us minus 1. And minus 1 by 6 comes into the bracket, which is then multiplied by minus 3 by 4. And the answer is 3 by 24. How? We multiply numerators with each other and denominators with each other, and minus into minus is plus, so we have 3 in numerator and 24 in denominator. Now we observe that 3 and 24 both are divisible by 3, so we divide them both by 3 and the simplified form of the fraction is 1 by 8. Now let us do it by distributive property, that a multiplied by b plus c is ab plus ac. That means the multiplication is distributed over addition. We first multiply a with b and then multiply a with c and then add both the answers. Likewise, we have the same question, minus 3 by 4 multiplied by the sum of 2 by 3 and minus 5 by 6. So we first multiply minus 3 by 4 with 2 by 3 and keep them in one bracket, added to the multiplication of minus 3 by 4 and minus 5 by 6, which is taken in the next bracket. As we can see that 3 divides 3 and 2 divides 4, so after solving we have minus 1 by 2. Similarly, 3 divides this 6, we get 2 in denominator, so and minus into minus is plus, we have 5 by 8 as the simplified form. Now we have to just add these two. Now the LCM of 2 and 8 is 8, so simplifying it we get minus 4 plus 5 whole divided by 8, which solves out to be 1 by 8. Please note that the answer is same in both the cases, but distributivity somewhere makes our calculation easier. This will become more evident if we go on to next examples. Let us observe one more example. Let us solve minus 3 by 12 into 7 by 5 plus 7 by 5 into 5 by 24 by traditional way first and then by distributive property. When we talk about traditional way of solving it, we will first multiply minus 3 by 12 with 7 by 5 and keep them in one bracket, and then add the result to the product of 7 by 5 and 5 by 24, which is taken into the other brackets. Solving them separately, we have 3 multiplied by 7 gives me 21. So we have 21 by 60 and minus sign remains. So minus 21 by 60 plus 7 into 5 gives me 35 and 5 into 24 gives me 120. Now to solve this further, we will take LCM of 60 and 120, so which is 120. As we solve it, we have 120 in the denominator and minus 42 plus 35 in the numerator, which solves out to be minus 7 by 120. Now only common factors between 7 and 120 is 1, so we cannot solve it further. So this is our final answer. Now let us apply distributive property. In this, we can observe that if A is coming in two terms, it can be easily taken as common, and the remaining B and C and the addition sign remains as such in the brackets. So let us solve this problem with the help of above mentioned distributive property. As we can observe easily that 7 by 5 comes in both the terms, so it can be taken common from the expression. 7 by 5 comes out as common, the remaining numbers remain in the brackets. So minus 3 by 12 plus 5 by 24 are in bracket with the same addition sign. Now we will first solve the bracket. As 12 and 24 have LCM 24, so the inside bracket is solved as minus 6 plus 5, which is minus 1. So the number inside bracket is minus 1 by 24. So 7 by 5 multiplied by minus 1 by 24 gives us the same answer as we have done in the traditional way, that is minus 7 by 120. It makes easy our calculation. Which will be further more evident in the next example. Now let us take one example based on distributive property AB minus AC equals A multiplied by B minus C. Here we observe the same property but in the form of subtraction. Here A is present in both the terms, so it can be taken as common. The remaining terms B and C remain same with the minus sign in between, so they are taken in brackets. So let us solve this problem. 9 upon 16 into 5 upon 12 minus 9 upon 16 into 7 upon 4. We should solve it by traditional way first in order to understand the property and the calculation. We should not take it directly to the distributive property. First write this traditional way and then observe by doing the distributive property. So here we will multiply first 9 into 5 and 16 into 12 as taken in one bracket, then 9 upon 16 into 7 upon 4 in the other bracket. So 9 into 5 gives me 45 and 16 into 12 gives me 192, 9 into 7 gives me 63, 16 into 4 gives me 64. Here 16 into 12 is a calculation involved which will be made easier in the when we apply distributive property. Now we will have to take LCM of 192 and 64. LCM of 192 and 64 is 192. Now as we can see, that we have, after taking LCM, we have 45 minus 189, which solves out to be minus 144 by 192. As 144 and 192 both are the multiples of 48, so we divide them both by 48, which is also uh, not an easy thing. So as compared to the distributive prop, when we apply distributive property, you will observe. So we have the answer in the simplified form as 3 by 4. Now if we apply the distributive property AB minus AC by taking A as common, so as we observe that 9 by 16 is present twice, so it can be taken common from the expression. When 9 by 16 is taken as common, the terms remaining inside are 5 by 12 and 7 by 4. The LCM of 4 and 12 is 12. So first of all, we observe that we have an easier calculation in the form of LCM. Now the terms inside the bracket is solved as 5 minus 21 by 12. Now which is simplified as 9 by 16 into minus 16 by 12. Here we observe that 16 and 16 both can cancel each other. 16 divides by 16 gives me 1, and the remaining is 9 by 12, which are both the multiples of 3. So it simplifies as minus 3 by 4. Students, you can easily observe that here the calculation part is very easy because of this distributive property, and the answer is still the same. But yes, you must write the traditional way also, so that you can easily compare how easy it becomes by using distributive property. Let us apply multiple properties now. So we have a question applying suitable properties, solve. So we have a question 2 by 5 multiplied by 3 by 7 minus 1 by 14 plus 3 by 7 into 3 by 5. As we observe that we have 3 by 7 in the first term and in the last term. So what we will do is we will apply commutative property in second term and third term by interchanging them. So if we interchange them, 3 by 7 into 3 by 5 comes in the middle and minus 1 by 14 comes later. So this is how we apply commutative property. Now we observe that 3 by 7 can be taken common as a part of distributive property. So using distributive property, we will take 3 by 7 as common. So the terms 2 by 5 and 3 by 5 remain in the bracket, and we will first solve the bracket. So as LCM is 5, the numerators will add up to 5. So 5 divided by 5 gives me 1. So 3 by 7 into 1 will be 3 by 7, and minus 1 by 14 remains as such. So then now we have to take LCM of 7 and 14, which is 14. So numerators will be solved as 6 minus 1, which gives me 5 by 14 as my final answer. Students, there is an assignment for you. You will have to solve these questions. Applying suitable properties, solve these 5 or 6 problems on your notebooks. And what you have to do is you have to solve them and write the suitable property whichever you are using on the side while solving, and then you have to post your answers on my WhatsApp number 78373144614. Thank you very much for patiently listening, and stay tuned for more videos.